So boys, we are back with some more Madden NFL 19 Redskins franchise mode, and today we're going to sim up until the end of the season and see if we make the playoffs here in year 2 of this franchise mode. But first, we'll see the injury after that Eagles game where we dominated the Eagles in that week matchup, but we have Michael Jordan out 8 weeks. Oh my god, 8 weeks in upper arm fracture. So our starting left guard is out for the season pretty much with that injury. So at this point, we're up for a wildcard spot here in the NFL, so we got to watch it here. As Senior, he did let up a sack in relief for Michael Jordan, so we got to watch out and see if he does well or not. Maybe we could take a look at free agency and see if there's anybody that could step up there, because you never really know when it comes to free agency. Let's go to all. Any left guards or offensive linemen in general. Left tackles, you have a 70 overall Lober, a 69 for Max Garcia, a 70 for Shipley. It's not bad for backup. Right tackle, yeah, we have nothing really for what we have to replace Michael Jordan in relief. So this week we're going to be facing off. We'll just sim to the next week when we'll see what our team is looking like in week 15. So week 15, we're facing off against the 4-9 Giants. This is a good opportunity to get some easy wins and hopefully make that wildcard playoff spot, because we're facing off against the Giants, who are downright terrible this season. And then we're facing off against the Cowboys, who are a good team. They are a good team. They're 8-5, same record as us. Huge game in that matchup there. Winner pretty much could be going to the playoffs when you think about it. So we got to watch out for that game. So you have against the Giants. That's a crucial win right there. Same with the Cowboys and same with the Vikings. The Vikings, I'm not sure how good they are this season. I'm going to see this actually first before we do anything. The Vikings, I don't see how they could be a bad team at all. Yeah, they're 7-5. So they're not that easy of a team either. So we have somewhat of a tough schedule, considering, without the Giants. The Giants should be an easy win, hopefully, but you never really know when it comes to Madden. But hopefully win against the Giants. Crucial game there against the Cowboys and the Vikings, and hopefully we make the wildcard playoffs or something like that. I just want to make the playoffs in year 2 pretty much. But we'll do some scouting first. We have some scouting to be done. Actually, no, I'll skip this because we have, just scouting's boring right now. So we'll go, and at the end of the season, I'll go through all the draft class and see who's the best and all that kind of stuff. So the Giants at quarterback still have the 38-year-old, 73 overall Eli Manning at quarterback. They have Kyle Lauletta at backup at 71. At running back, Saquon Barkley, 89 overall. He's developing fast. He is a beast still. Then they have Rodney Anderson at backup. Receiver-wise, any injuries at all? You still have Odell on there. You have Sterling Shepard, Deebo Samuel's developing, Ryan Davis there. So you have 2 rookie receivers in that lineup. Still have Evan Ingram, 85 overall. They still have Nate Solder at 79. Will Hernandez at left guard. Brodeen at center. Jerry at right guard. Right tackle Fleming. Left end, we have Shelby Harris. Right end, Dalvin Tomlinson. And at D tackle, Damon Harrison Sr. Then left outside linebacker, Kareem Martin. Middle, we have Ogletree. Right, we have Olivier Vernon. Then at corner, we still have Janoris Jenkins and Trevor Williams, and then Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Then at free safety of Ron Parker, strong safety Landon Collins, 90 overall, and then we have Adrian Anderson at kicker and Riley Dixon at punter. So they're a team that they're not that bad on paper necessarily. They just have a bad record this season. So hopefully their performance reflects their record, and they play terrible, because we need this win badly if we want to maintain that lead, at least that pace with the Cowboys going into the next week. Let's go sim this one. Now on that 4-game winning streak, we just won against the Giants, 31-14. Great game. We finally stepped up big in situations that we need to step up in. But Alex Smith, the 123, very low passing game. So I'm guessing we have Darius Geis with a good amount of yardage there. But 2 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, 104.9 passing rating with a 59% completion percentage. Whereas Eli Manning had 277, a touchdown, 2 picks, a 68.4 passing rating with a 60% completion percentage. Then rushing wise, we have Darius Geis. Monstrous game on the ground, 159 on 19 carries, an 8.4 average yard per carry, and then 1 rushing touchdown the day. Monstrous game for Darius Geis. stepping up big against Saquon, who won Offensive Rookie of the Year over him last season. So that adversity there pushed Derrius Guice to play better, and yeah, we got the W because of Derrius Guice's performance. But Saquon still did pretty well there, 62 on 13 carries, 4.8 average. They have Rodney Anderson, 43 on 3 carries and a touchdown. And they have Jeremy Hill, 19 and a touchdown on that day, and Cam Martin at 19 on there. So I guess, did anyone get injured? Hopefully not. No injuries, thank God. Receiving yards wise, let's see. Deebo Samuel led the day, 82 on 8 receptions. Odell had 77 on 8 receptions and a touchdown. Evan Ingram, 58. Paul Richardson, 33. Sterling Shepard, 32. Jameson, 28 and a touchdown. 22 for Cole Strickland, our backup tight end. Or backup tight end. Then we have Will Fuller at 20 yards on 2 receptions, 17 for Saquon, 11 for Jeremy Hill, and a touchdown. So Jeremy Hill, dual threat there at running back and at receiver, I guess. But we have Rodney Anderson with 11, Jordan Reed with 5, and Derrius Guice with 4. Blocking wise, we have 2 sacks led up by Solder and 1 by Fleming, none by the Redskins. Defensively, Ogletree led the day there in tackles, 11 tackles on the day. Kareem Jackson at 10, 8 for Zach Brown, 8 for Dominique, 7 for Arakpo and 2 sacks, 7 for Trevor Williams, and so on down that list. Redskins-wise, we have 5 from Kerrigan. We have like 4 from Trayvon Mullen, 2 for Dayron Payne. We have 1 for Matthew Ioannidis and a sack. And then interceptions-wise, we have 1 from Zach Brown and 1 from DJ Swearinger. So Zach Brown getting picks on the day. I like seeing that. Dan Bailey did not really help at all, but hey, he still got a field goal on the board. 1 for 3 in the day, not good at all. But 57 yards out is pretty good, though, to see that kind of range from Dan Bailey. Where did he miss from inside? Yeah, he missed. We attempted from beyond 50 each time. That's kind of a mistake there. So yeah, I don't know why the CPU attempts from beyond 50, but at least he made one of them. That's good at least. But Tressway, only 1 punt on the day, and so on for that. So a good game there. We took that W easily against the Giants, as we should have. But we won 31-14. Now on to the Cowboys. But the thing is that we are ahead of the Cowboys right now in this divisional race. We're 9-5, they're 8-6. We can bury them deeper 2 games back and pretty much guarantee our spot in the playoffs if we win this game against the Cowboys in this week. So right now, crucial game here. We can win this one and make the playoffs. Come on, I know we can do this. So I just want to see the Cowboys just before we do anything at all. Dak Prescott lit us up a couple weeks ago, just destroyed our team completely. Almost tried burying us at that point in the season, but our team did not step down from that adversity. We came back stronger than ever, and now we're, 9-5 in the season, so we're not doing that bad. But the Cowboys dominated us in week 4. That was a very long time ago, 42-17. Dak put up like 5 touchdowns on us, I think. Yet 5 touchdown passes, 246 through the air. Alex Smith didn't have that bad of a game, but still, Dak, we got to go for his head pretty much in this game. Same with Zeke. Take him down. No mercy has to be shown against Zeke and Dak. And then pretty much the offensive line of the Cowboys because it's so good. But the Cowboys game, crucial Sunday game at 1 p.m. I just want to review the roster quickly for Dak and Zeke just quickly. We saw a couple weeks ago, at least a couple episodes ago, what the Cowboys are all about. I don't think they have injuries, but I guess you should probably check that just in case anyway. Just for the heck of it. Because you never know if they have one crippling injury that could maybe give us somewhat of an advantage in this game, because we need all the advantages that we can get against this Cowboys team, because they're a tricky team that is good, so we got to watch out for that. But right now we do have 2 injuries. Oh no, I didn't even see that. Jeremy Hill, that's why. Okay, so I figured if Cam Martin got some receptions or some carries, that meant that one of our running backs were injured. It's a good thing that, it's not a good thing that Jeremy Hill is out, but it's a good thing it wasn't Guice, at least. So Jeremy Hill, our power receiving back pretty much, because he's someone who gets receiving touchdowns all the time. He is out 4 weeks, and Michael Jordan's still out 6 weeks. So we're left without our backup running back and our starting left guard. So we got to watch it here in this game, because the Cowboys are a good team. But the Cowboys, only one injury, and that is DeMarcus Lawrence, a 94 overall left end. He's out 4 weeks. So at least that's not bad for us matching up. So at least we have one crucial injury. At least we have one crucial injury, and they have we have 2 basically. They have 1, so it somewhat matches up, I guess. But Derrius Guice, before we do anything, he has an upgrade to be done. So what should we do? We have elusive back or power back that we should upgrade. Elusiveness, spin, juke move, trucking. Okay. That does fit our scheme more if we do that. Power back would be nice, but we'll just go with our scheme. And now that puts Darius Geis at an 81 overall. Is upgraded his awareness, ball carrying, speed, and spin move. So I like seeing his speed going up. So let's go see Darius Geis' speed right now, as of now. And right now it's at a 90 overall. So it was previously 89. It's slowly going up. I'm liking seeing Darius Geis' development. But right now, offensive line, you got to hold true against this Cowboys defense. We need this win in order to go and somewhat create a huge divide between the Cowboys and us. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, but we do most likely clinch the playoffs if we win this game. So fingers crossed we win this one against the Cowboys. And let's go sim this one. The roles have been reversed, and we have won that game 42-17. We creamed Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. And guess what? The Redskins are moving on to the playoffs for the first time in years. So the Cowboys get destroyed 42-17 compared to week 4 when we got destroyed 42-17. So the roles completely reversed this time. This time more crucial of a W for us, as we are now on a 5-game winning streak heading into this Vikings matchup. So hell of a game there against the Cowboys. We destroyed them in every facet of the game. Whereas Alex Smith, 184, a touchdown, 0 picks, clutch game out of Alex. Then even Kobe came in, 10 yards for passing, not bad right there. But Dak, 190, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a 67 passing rating. Just in the toilet there compared to him. As 55 completion percentage, whereas Alex Smith had a 69. And your boy Kobe Bryant, had 100% completion percentage on the day. Then rushing-wise, Darius Geis, the newly 81 overall, we just upgraded him before the game. 96 yards on the ground, 23 carries, 2 touchdowns on the day. Heck of a game out of Darius Geis, whereas Zeke did not step up big like they wanted him to. He had 64 on 11 carries, not that bad, but still did not get the W, and that's what matters. And even Cam Martin came in, 28 on 13 carries, 2.2 average, not good really at all, but a touchdown and a fumble. He did something at least. Receiving yards wise, who led the day in that? Jameson led the day, 77 on 6 receptions and a touchdown, 59 for Will Fuller V, 50 for Allen Hurns, 38 for Julius Thomas, 32 for Zeke, 27 for Paul, 21 for John Brown, 21 for Jordan Reed, 19 for Terrence Williams, 10 for Jameez and a touchdown, 10 for Jarwin, 8 for Alex Collins and a touchdown, and Vernon Davis, 1 catch, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. That's all you need there. Then blocking-wise, we have 2 sacks led up by Michael Dieter and nothing by our relief left guard, Sinyo Calamete. He had a good game. Defensively, 10 tackles by Sean Lee led the day, 9 by Byron Jones, 9 by Jalen Smith, 6 by Ryan Kerrigan and 2 sacks, 6 by Crawford, 6 by Zach Brown. I want to see our team, though. Who else had sacks in the day? It doesn't look like anybody else had sacks, but let's take a look quickly. Yep. Only Kerrigan had sacks. Picks-wise, though, 1 pick from Zach Brown again, and 1 pick by free safety Monte Nicholson. So, Zach Brown is having a heck of a year defensively. He could be up there for Defensive Player of the Year if he keeps this up going into the playoffs. You never really know. But, kicking-wise, no kicks at all for Dan Bailey on the day. Punting-wise, 1 punt for Tress. Kick return-wise, nothing there. And punt return-wise, nothing there at all, literally. So we destroy the Cowboys, and it's so fitting. We legit flip the score from week 4, and this time is more important of a score here for us as we beat them and move on to the playoffs for the first time in years in this, well, first time overall in this franchise mode for the most part, and the first time in years. So Alex Smith going back to the playoffs as we're facing off against the Vikings this week. I'm not sure if I should really leave Alex Smith in with this game because you never really know if he gets injured. And I'd rather want to see Kelly Bryant go and start a game and get injured rather than Alex Smith, so I'd rather probably put him in. Same goes for Darius Geis as well, too, because I'm kind of scared he gets injured as well. So we need those 2 pieces for the playoffs. I'd rather go and start Kelly Bryant at quarterback along with Cam Martin at running back because it just seems more safe that way. But we'll go to the next thing, which is seeing our name with that X right next to it in the standings. I just want to see that, though. It's just so relieving. So we make the playoffs there. 10-5 record right now. We have the Bills. They made the playoffs as well. 9-5-1. Then we have like the Eagles. They made it a long time ago. The Chargers. They made it as well. And anyone else make it down there? Nope. Then let's go see. Actually, the NFL overall, we're at a good standing, 6th overall in the league. So we're a good team this season, actually. Like, our defense is actually good, and I'm not even kidding when I say that too. I just want to take a look at a sneak peek at some stats before we do anything. Offensive yards, we're 16th. We're stepping up there in that category. Defensive yards, we are 7th. We were at 1st a couple of weeks ago, but right now, heck of a team right now. Darius Geis over 1,000 yards rushing for the first time in his career. And then we have Jordan Reed almost at 1,000. Alex Smith at 3,300 yards passing, 21 passing touchdowns, and 86.2 passing rating on the season. And Darius Geis, 1st overall in the NFL when it comes to carries, and 1st overall in rushing touchdowns. He's having a heck of a year, and he could be up there for Offensive Player of the Year, actually, if you take a look at it. I just wanted to take a sneak peek before we do anything. So number 1, Carson Wentz looks to be MVP this season, but there's nobody else on there from our team. Coach of the Year, Doug Peterson, and there is our coach, Ryan O'Malley, 3rd overall, taking the Redskins from a 5-win team to a 10-win team this season so far, pending that, hopefully, that victory against the Vikings next week. But hey, still a huge improvement this season, though. I'm loving it. I just want to see NFC, though, quick. So, Offensive Player of the Year, I guess Carson Wentz is in the AFC, so he's going to win that. But, do we have... Yeah, Geis is 10th. Okay, that's not bad. Defensive Player of the Year, Deion Jones looks to be that. And Zach Brown's in that category as well. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Rodney Anderson looks to be. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we have Devin White's up there, but he's probably not going to win it. Same with Trayvon Mullen. Best QB, Carson Wentz. Best running back, please be him. And they still don't put Darius Geis there at best running back. Zeke must have some heck of a stats because Darius Geis... Excuse me, but he's having an amazing year, though, for a dude that's 2nd year in the league, though. Like, you gotta respect what he's been doing. So, hopefully, Darius Geis can go improve. Actually, I guess if he's bench him, you can't really do that. Damn. It just sucks that he can't get best running back, though. He played amazing. But best wide receiver, Julio Jones. None of our receivers are up there for that. Best offensive lineman, Lane Johnson looks to be. And we have Trent and Sheriff up there as well. Best D lineman, yeah, I'll just go and see at the end of it, though. Just before we do anything at the end of the season, we'll go check out that. But we have an important game here against the Vikings, I guess, if you consider stats-wise. They're 7-7-1. Are they up for a playoff spot? I don't know if they are. I don't think they are. But I just will check it out, though, just in case. So they could be in the mix, but I doubt they're actually going to make the playoffs, though, with a 7-7-1 record. So... odds are they're not going to make the playoffs at all, just based on the stats, but you never really know. I doubt they're going to make it anyway if they win this game. But before we do anything, I just want to do some scouting before we do anything at all. So scouting-wise, I scouted a lot of people here in this draft, a lot of people, okay, including some QBs this season. Linebacking was kind of a step back. I didn't really want to draft that many linebackers this season compared to last season, but we'd always draft a linebacker just for the heck of it. I mean, it's good getting linebackers, though, because they're always... a very valued position on the team, and especially in trades too. Like, if you get a good linebacker, we just go trade him for something else that we actually need. So, I mean, hey, we could always go and get a good linebacker and use them for trade bait. But to get the rest of the right outside linebackers, like Jared Hose, Mark LeBlanc, good name right there, Bryce Lemonier. Then we have guys like Marcus Kinney, not bad, not bad. And then 7th round guys we're not going to scout. Cornerbacks. This could be a position we could probably capitalize this season. I mean, there's a decent amount of quarterbacks here, or cornerbacks, but I don't know. I just have no idea what my draft plan is yet for this team. We'll go see at the end of the season. But right now, it's more important on my mind is the fact that we're facing off against the Vikings at home. Last game of the year. We made the playoffs. That's all that matters at this point. But I don't want to start Alex Smith, though. I'm kind of scared he might get injured. So we're going to bring in Kelly Bryant at quarterback for the season, or at least for this game. Just want to start him to see what happens. Cam Martin, he will have to be starter this overall game. I mean, we could always bring a guy up from the practice squad if we need to. Do we have a running back here? We don't even have a running back in our practice squad. Okay, so we're going to have to sign a guy, then that means. So... can we find a guy that can go and just step in for 1 week and get some touches here? Maybe even impress me. You never really know. Corey Grant. This dude is fast. Holy, 96 speed? Sign me up right there. Wait, what kind of stuff does he have, though? Trucking's not good. I mean, that's not bad, though. He's got 96 speed, so, I mean, he's somewhat worth it there. We'll go sign him anyway, just for the heck of it. and bring him in there as relief for this team because he can be even a valuable asset in the playoffs with that speed, though, too. You never really know. So we'll bring him in as our backup. Or you can even start, actually, for this game, too, if you want. I'd much rather have Cam Martin start because he's been here all season. Because we have a 2-backs format anyway, so it doesn't really matter who starts, but he would be getting the majority Cam Martin. And Cam Martin's fast, too, as well. He's got better carrying. So I'll just go with the hot hand, go with Cam Martin because he's been here longer. Then receiver-wise, I think we're good for that because the receiver is going to play anyway. We could probably start Trey Quinn if we want to, but I don't want to intentionally lose because we already have our backup quarterback starting, and we have our backup running back starting as well. So we don't want to go that far and go with the receivers. Offensive line, always, like, I don't know. I'd rather just leave him in for this point. Defensively, same kind of thing. We have some upgrades though first, a lot of upgrades. So Monte Nicholson will upgrade his... We could upgrade his zone or hybrid or run support. We'll probably go with hybrid. He's now a 78 overall, not bad at all. Then, what else do we have for upgrades? We have Jonathan Allen at the right end position. We'll do with run stopper. That's easy peasy. Go with continue on that. And who else do we have? Trayvon Mullen there, another upgrade. We could probably upgrade his slot just to even that out right there. He's now an 81 overall, not bad, not bad. So we upgraded 2 overall spots this season. DJ, he has an upgrade as well. He's 88 overall, but we'll upgrade his. We'll get his zone. We'll do his run support. Now an 89 overall, not bad at all for DJ Swearinger. Then, who else do we have for upgrades? I think that's it, actually. Oh, no, we have Preston Smith. Preston Smith, our backup linebacker. We could do speed rushing, or we could do run stopper or pass coverage. I'll do pass coverage. He's now a 79 overall. And then, any other backups that need some upgrading? Nope, doesn't really look like it at this point. Even offensively, we could go check that out anyway. No running backs, no quarterbacks. No receivers. Offensive line. Nothing. Okay. I just want to see special teams just to see what's going on there. So Martin's there. Okay. Yeah, we're good with that. Dan Bailey's still good. Then, I think that should be good for this matchup against the Vikings. The Vikings, I want to see how bad of a team they are this season when it comes to the roster because I doubt they're that bad. But I don't know what they have really in their team for right now. I can't remember. Vikings quarterback, Kirk Cousins. That's right. So they have Kirk Cousins. They have Justin Herbert, who probably should start this game. Dalvin Cook there at running back. You have Ham at fullback. Adam Thielen at wide receiver, along with Jeremy Maclin. Then tight end, Kyle Rudolph. Left tackle, Reef. Left guard, Anderson. Center, Jenkins. Right guard, Isadora. Right tackle, Porton. Left end, Hunter. Right end, Everson, Griffin. D-tackle, Joseph and Richardson. Left is linebacker, Gedeon. Middle linebacker, Kendricks. Right, you have Anthony Barr. Corners, you have Xavier Rhodes, Waynes, and Mike Hughes. Then Harrison Smith there at free safety, 95 overall. And then strong safety, we have Sida Hideo. Then kicker, we have Carlson. And punter, we have Quigley. So their team doesn't look that good necessarily, so we'll go sim this game. Kelly Bryant's first overall start as an NFL quarterback, just because I don't want Alex Smith getting injured going into the playoffs. So let's go sim this game and see if we make it 11-5 on the season. We're going to end off the season with a 6-game winning streak, as it looks like Kelly Bryant wins his first overall NFL start as a quarterback, 24-17 against the Minnesota Vikings. So let's see Kelly Bryant's game. He had 245, 3 touchdown passes, 1 interception, and a 124.6 passing rating. So Kelly Bryant, even though he had no business winning this game at all, he's just in there for relief, and he played great in that game, along with a 73% completion percentage. So Kelly Bryant looking fantastic right now, quarterback. Running back wise, Dalvin Cook, it's pretty much expected, 77 on 20 carries and a touchdown. Cam Martin though, 61 on 21 carries, but Geis even still came in, putting up 39 on 10 carries, and Snell Jr. 27. Then receiving yards wise, let's see that. We have 55 from Jameson Crowder and a touchdown, 49 from Paul, 48 from Torrey Smith and a touchdown, 35 from Treadwell, 35 from Vernon Davis, 31 for Will Fuller V and a touchdown, 20 for Cook, 18 for Reed and a touchdown, 18 for Geis, and so on down that list. Blocking wise, we have 1 sack led up by the Vikings defensive lineman, or offensive lineman, I mean. Blocking wise, we have 1 sack led up by the Vikings left guard. Defensively, Trey Waynes led the game in tackles with 12, DJ with 11, and so on down that list. Let's see our team though. Individually, we have sacks wise, 1 sack from Ioannidis, 1 sack from Kerrigan, and picks wise, 0 picks on the day. Kicking wise, Dan Bailey 1 for 1 on the day, 32 yards out. Punting wise, 2 punts from Tress. Kick return wise, nothing there, and punt return wise, nothing there as well. So we win that game. Even though Kelly Bryant just played fantastic in that game, though I'm loving him, seeing him playing well because I want him to play well for the future. But we'll go and throw him back at quarterback in the backup role because that's where he belongs. Sadly, Darius Geis back up at starter, and that's looking nice there at running back and quarterback as we had no injuries before in that game. So when it comes to wildcard, we're facing off against the Green Bay Packers, the 8-8 Packers in the wildcard game at Lambeau Field. We're going to go play that one in the next episode, but we'll go and see how our team is doing when it comes to year-end stats so far. I just want to see how our team did overall this season in the stats category because we played fantastic though. We were 11-5 on the season. We beat out the Cowboys for that second playoff spot there from the NFC East. And the Eagles, they finished 13-3, kind of untouchable, but we're only 2 games back of the defending Super Bowl champs. So, I mean, that's something to say at least. Let's just see stats-wise, and I just saw one thing about the awards. I'll do the awards first because it's more notable. As it looks like Carson Wentz has won NFL MVP, 13-3 record with the Eagles. Fantastic year for Carson Wentz. He deserves it. Matt Ryan in second. And it looks like we have Tom Brady, the defending MVP there, 10th overall in voting. And even Baker Mayfield up there at a 79 overall. He has a 9-6-1 record with the Browns. Not bad at all for Baker. But Coach of the Year goes to Anthony Lynn, the 12-4 Chargers. Kind of surprising everybody, I guess, with that record. Doug Peterson beat out the last minute there. He was ahead of Anthony Lynn going into that last week. So, I mean, Lynn must have done something in that last week to basically surprise and basically handed the award over to him. But Ryan O'Malley in 3rd place for Coach of the Year, 11-5 record, taking the Redskins from the dumpster up until the big boys this season in the playoffs. So, I mean, heck of a season for this team. So, obviously, NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Carson Wentz, because he got the MVP. But what's also notable is, I guess he didn't even finish on there. That kind of sucks. But Defensive Player of the Year, though, is Deion Jones from the Falcons. And then we have Zach Brown there finishing in 4th there for the Redskins, and that's about it for us. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rodney Anderson from the Giants, with the 4-12 Giants. But Benny Snell Jr. there from the Vikings finishes in 2nd. And Kelly Bryant, even though he only had 1 start, it finished 6th overall in Offensive Rookie of the Year. So, I mean, hey, that's pretty good. That's not bad. But then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the 9-7 Cardinals. Javaris Davis there with the Seahawks in 2nd. And Devin White in 3rd overall placing in that category, with Trayvon Mullen finishing 6th in that category as well. Best QB, Carson Wentz by far. And then we also have Alex Smith in 10th, not bad. Best running back, David Johnson, then Ezekiel Elliott, then Alvin Kamara, and then Darius Geis. So, guys, it's an honor to be up there, I guess, ahead of Saquon Barkley. I just like seeing that with that little rivalry between each other. Best wide receivers, we have number 1, obviously, is Julio Jones winning that award. Then we have Michael Thomas in 2nd, Mike Evans in 3rd, and none of our Redskins in that category. Best offensive lineman, Lane Johnson from the Eagles gets it. Then we have Zach Martin, and then we have Trent Williams in 7th and Brandon Scherf in 9th. Then best defensive lineman, Cameron Jordan from the Saints. We have DeForest Buckner from the 49ers. And that's about it on that category. This linebacker is Deion Jones from the Falcons. And then we have none of our players. Actually, no, we do. Zach Brown right there in 5th place, so not bad. Then best DB is Marshawn Lattimore from the Saints. And do we have any in that category? It doesn't look like we do. Then best kicker is Chandler Catanzaro from the Packers, who we're facing off against in the wildcard game in this week. Jake Elliott finishes 2nd, and that's about it. Then let's go to the AFC. AFC will go through a quick rundown by that. So Le'Veon Bell wins Offensive Player of the Year. Just go down that list. And it looks like Tom Brady in 5th and Baker Mayfield in 4th. Not bad. Defensive Player of the Year goes to CJ Mosley from the Ravens. We have Myles Garrett in second, and even Michael Kendricks there in fifth. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Bryce Love, the running back from the Ravens, drafted first round. He gets that one. Noah Fant is in second, and so on down that list. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Marvell Tell the third. I think he was drafted last in the first round, last draft by the Patriots. Not bad right there. Then Best QB goes to Phillip Rivers from the Chargers. Wow. So Phillip Rivers wins it over Deshaun Watson, Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield, and so on down that list. That's crazy. Best running back, Le'Veon Bell, obviously. And we'll just go down and see the rest. Even Carlos Hyde finishing on that list. Best receiver goes to DeAndre Hopkins. Then best offensive lineman, David DeCastro. Then best D lineman goes to Myles Garrett. Then best linebacker goes to CJ Mosley. Best DB goes to Jimmy Smith. Then best kicker goes to Cody Parkey from the Raiders. And that is about it for awards. So we had a few finalists there for awards, but did not win anything, sadly. But it kind of sucks. I wanted to see Darius Geis win something, but just the way it is, I guess. But we'll go take a look at our stats overall for the season, and we'll take a look at passing first. So Alex Smith, 3,302 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, 15 interceptions for a 60% completion percentage on the season. Then Kelly Bryant in the last game put up 261, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a 70 overall completion percentage on the season. So both those quarterbacks played insanely well for what they were worth. Not bad of a season for them. And then Darius Geis finished the season with 1,234 yards, 1,234 yards on 311 carries for a 4.0 average per carry and 12 rushing touchdowns on the season. Then Jeremy Hill, 307 on 84 carries and 3 touchdowns. Cam Martin, 108 on 43 carries and a touchdown, and 85 for Alex Smith on 23 carries. Then receiving yards wise, looks like Jordan Reed led the way there on the team. He had 974, almost 1,000 yards receiving, but just shy of that, as he had 74 catches on the season and 6 touchdowns as well. Will Fuller the fifth, 893, 68 receptions and 4 touchdowns. Jamison Crowder, 702, 53 receptions on 6 touchdowns. Then Paul Richardson, 536 on 45 receptions and 3 touchdowns. 249 for Dante Moncrief on 23 receptions and a touchdown. You have Jeremy Hill, 212 on 16 receptions and 3 touchdowns. Vernon Davis, 127, 2 touchdowns, 12 receptions. Darius Geis, 108 on 14 receptions. 61 for CJ Stevenson and a touchdown. And then 30 for Cole Strickland and 11 for Cam Martin. Then blocking-wise, who left the most sacks this season? I just want to see that. Morgan Moses with 6, but a far cry from last year was Trent Williams, only allowing 2 sacks this season compared to like 10 or 11 last season. He played terrible last season, but he stepped up big this season. But second was Brandon Scherff with 3 for Senio Kelemete, 2 for Trent, 2 for Michael Jordan, 1 for Braden Smith, and the rest did not let up sacks on the season. Then defensively, it looks like Devin White, rookie middle linebacker Devin White, led the way in tackles with 101 tackles, 6 for a loss and 1.5 sacks. 100 for DJ on the season and a sack and 2 interceptions. 98 for Zach Brown, 3.5 sacks, 5 interceptions on the season. Crazy season for him. 89 for Trayvon Mullen and an interception. 80 for Dunbar, 2 interceptions. 74 for Kerrigan on 8 sacks as well. 67 for Monte Nicholson and an interception. 59 for Kareem Jackson and an interception. 49 for Ioannidis and 7.5 sacks. 46 for Rakpo, 5 sacks, 1 pick. Then we have 39 for Jonathan Allen and 3.5 sacks. 37 for Dayron Payne. 35 for Abraham and 3 sacks. 26 for Preston Smith and a sack. 21 for Lippett and half a sack. 20 for Patrick. 12 for Sharif Miller and a sack. 11 for Terrell Lewis. 11 for Clay Pratt and a sack and a pick. And 8 for Anderson. 5 for Holmes and 3 for Settle on the season. Then kicking-wise, Dan Bailey was 68% from field goal percentage this season, 11 for 16, and 57 was his longest on the season. So not bad, I guess, from Dan Bailey. Punting-wise, Tressway, there's his punting. He can do no wrong. Kick return-wise, nothing big there, but Eli Rogers led the way with 500 yards. Punt return-wise, 125 from Jameson, and that's about it there for our team stats. So one quick thing before I do anything is NFL records, because there's one notable record that was shattered this season, And that now is going to be belonging to Tom Brady, as now he passed Drew Brees. I thought it was Peyton Manning, but he surpassed Drew Brees in passing touchdowns, as now he has 565, and Drew Brees has 552. But Tom Brady now all-time leader in passing touchdowns in the NFL history. Then our team overall for team stats, just look at that. We have 16th in offensive yards, 7th in defensive yards overall on the season, and 16th overall in NFL points scored. Then points allowed, we're 3rd in the NFL, so one of the top defenses in the league, as that was not that bad of a season for our team. We have a lot of stats here. Most of them don't really matter too much. We're about middle category for each of them anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. We'll just go through that quick. Passing yards overall, didn't really do that well in that category, but hey, we're still in the middle somewhat, so it's not that bad. Rushing yards wise, we had, where were we? We're like 3rd overall in NFL, not bad. Points per game, we were not up there, but we're in the middle somewhere. Yeah, 21.8, not bad. Passing touchdowns wise, we were in the middle again for that category as well with 26. Rushing touchdowns, we got to be number 1. We're not even number 1. That's surprising, actually. So we are, looks like kind of like 9th overall, I guess, with 17. First downs gained, we were like 8th overall or 9th overall. Defensively, our team was amazing. Total yards allowed, we were, what is it? Like 5th or 6th or 7th overall NFL. Then passing yards allowed, we were not that bad. Actually, we're like about middle pack, I'd say. Yeah, we're like 11th, 12th. Rushing yards allowed, we were like 5th or 5th or 6th. Points allowed, we were 2nd. QB sacks on the season, we're about middle pack for that as well. Actually, no, we're kind of near the end, actually. Not that many sacks compared to the rest of the teams. Fumble recoveries, we were like 4th in the NFL. Interceptions-wise, we had a lot of picks this season, and that was good for about like 10th or 11th or 12th. Then conversions, that's actually a lot to go here. Red zone efficiency, yada, yada, yada. Penalties, turnovers. Actually, penalties overall, we were the least penalized team in the entire NFL, so that's pretty good to see that. Turnovers-wise, differential on that was pretty good with 13. And that's about it there for the major stats on the season. So our team did very well. Big Far Cry step up from last season. I'm liking it, seeing the progression this season. Anything else left to do here? Nothing, I guess, from that. Oh, we got to see weekly awards. That's right. I just want to see if any Redskins got weekly awards, like Darius Geis, possibly. That's probably how he got some of that XP to upgrade at the end of the season. So week 1, we had nothing. Week 2, nothing as well. Week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We actually did not get a single offensive player of the week. That is actually very surprising. I thought at least one from Darius Geis, but I guess we had better players overall offensively every week whenever he shines. So does not get lucky at all. Didn't get lucky at all this season when it comes to that. But hey, that doesn't matter. We made the playoffs. We're facing off against the Packers in that next episode in the next week. Our team is looking not bad. We have Alex Smith still at quarterback. He's healthy. Darius Geis is healthy as well. Our offensive line, our spirits are up. But only thing is, Michael Jordan is injured, so Senio Kelemete is still in there for the playoffs because Jordan's pretty much out for the entire season, so we got to watch out for that. But actually, he's out unless we make the Super Bowl. Then I think he might be able to come back for that at least. But there's our team going into our first overall playoff game in the entire franchise mode. Looking not too shabby there. We got a few upgraded players like Mullen. We got Nicholson upgraded. We got DJ upgraded even more. We got Geis upgraded now. So it's not bad looking going into our first playoff game overall. But we'll go take a look overall NFL standings just to see where we finished in that category. First in NFL was the Eagles, 13-3 record. Second is the Chargers, 12-4. 11-5 Chiefs. We were 4th overall in the NFL with 11-5 record. The Bills were 10-5-1. Steelers 10-6. Saints were 10-6. Jags 10-6. Titans were 10-6. Browns 9-6-1. Did not make the playoffs at all like they did last season. Ravens 9-7. They did not make the playoffs. And the Cowboys, I thought they wouldn't make the playoffs, but they actually did with a 9-7 record. So the Cowboys did make the playoffs surprisingly. And even the Cardinals 9-7 record, they made it. And the Packers 8-8 record, they somehow made it, even though there's way more deserving teams in the entire NFL. But some notable selections that were not making the playoffs were the Rams, the Patriots, I mean, like the Texans even. Like, it's kind of surprising seeing them not making the playoffs at all. The Raiders, kind of. The Bengals did not make the playoffs. Panthers, the Vikings obviously didn't. Broncos didn't. We have the Niners, the Seahawks, Lions, Bucks, Bears, Giants, 4-12 Giants. The Dolphins, 3-12. I thought the Dolphins would do way better after acquiring all those free agents and stuff, but did not do well at all. Not even 4 wins in the season. That kind of sucks. 3-12 Colts, they're still terrible. And the 2-14 Jets with Sam Darnold at the helm. Kind of sucky right there. But I just want to see this points for thing. I just want to see where we're at right there. So points for, we are somewhat in the middle of the pack, I guess. Right there with 349. Points against, we're second in the NFL in that overall category. Streak, we're on a 6-game winning streak right now, ahead of the Cardinals. It's best in the NFL, obviously. The Cardinals at 4, Texans at 4, Steelers at 4. Are the Packers still? Are they up there? I don't know, actually. Let's see, the Packers. Packers have lost 2 in a row, so hopefully lose 3 in a row here. Home wins, we were number 1. They're tied for number 1 with the Bills with 6. Home losses, same thing. Home ties, nothing really there. Road losses. We only lost, how many games in the road? We lost a lot of games in the road, actually. We lost 3 games in the road. Actually, that's not bad. Road wins, we were about middle pack there, I'd say. Yeah, about middle pack. So not bad right there for that situation. But NFC wins, they had 10 from the Eagles. That's pretty crazy. We had 7 again for the NFC. Losses were like 7-5 there against the NFC. I just want to see AFC. AFC, we were... What is our record there against the AFC? We were 4-0. So we did not lose a single game against the AFC. Not bad. So we only lost against the NFC this season, which is good, I guess. But I don't know. We just had an overall dominant season. I'm loving it. We're going into the playoffs here. First playoff game in franchise history for this, for this individual franchise mode, obviously. First playoff game in years for the Redskins overall as a team. But anyway, I guess I'll end this episode off right here. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Redskins franchise mode. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.